had yesterday, Aiden and Crowder were out. This is out. Now they're upgraded. Questionable. Where are they at right now?
In the building.
Okay, are they available to play today?
Yes.
Okay. What have you seen progress as far as Aiden the last 2-3 days that made you confident to have him on the floor?
Medical staff said these guys are ready to go. So we got the A-OK. So we're good with bringing them back in.
For 8 weeks since he's been out for a while, is it the type of thing where you ease him back in? Or
Yeah. I mean, he'll start, but we'll look at his minutes, probably have shorter bursts. May even see all 3 of them, just because JaVale's only played 1 game and Biz has been good for us. So we'll just read the game. We'll do everything we can to win, but it is a unique situation when you have 2 guys just coming back.
When you look at, when you're looking at Brooklyn, Kyrie only playing in that road game, does that affect how you game plan when you're seeing half of the game they play since he's come back?
No, I just look at the Kyrie as a player and his effect on their team, his ability to score off the dribble, drawing double teams. You know, that's how we view it. What we see on tape. He's just a shifty, unreal scorer, one of the toughest covers in the league, and that's how we view it.
What have you seen from some of their younger guys they've had to rely on with the injuries that they've had, like Edwards?
Yeah, just his energy, his ability to knock down shots from the catch shot environment, and all these guys that they've integrated have learned how to play with James and Kyrie. They know when to cut, they know when to space. When you watch the film, you see the guys who are really good at cutting, and then you see the guys who know how to space. And I think when you have good players, great players like that, you better figure it out or you won't be on the floor. And I think that's what those guys have done. And then you have Patty, who's, as Kevin pointed out this morning, like every metric points to the fact that he might be the best shooter in the league this year. And his ability to integrate with groups, I saw that in San Antonio, where he was able to play with the starters, the bench guys. He was a bit of a glue guy, and I could see him having an effect on those younger guys.
Would you only have 3 guards available tonight? Is this one of those nights where Mikel's value is even stronger just because of the defensive end?
I mean, Mikel's value is always high level, strong, whatever you want to call it, no matter who we have. We put Mikel on everybody. I mean, 1 through 4, sometimes 5, with the way we switch. And so, you know, his ability to guard multiple positions, but now his ability to understand scouting reports, player tendencies is so much better than it was from the first year that we got a chance to coach him. Now, you know, he's telling us what guys are doing, and that's a sign of confidence and growth. And he just has a great respect for all of these guys that he, you know, has to guard. The thing about Mikel that's amazing is he has the energy to go back on the other end and make you pay, and not many people can do that.
Some fans and TV stations call this an NBA Finals preview in a way, not to the top teams or championship. You look at these games against the Nets or against the Bucks or against any top East teams, you look at them as NBA Finals previews in a way, or do you kind of have to worry about getting yourself there?
Yeah, that's how we've always approached this season. You know, right now, all I'm concerned with is having a good meeting, prepping our guys for tonight. I could see how that would be a storyline, but we're not there. We have to deal with the Nets tonight, and the West is a beast. And so we don't, at least I don't do that. There's just too much basketball to be played.
When you're playing the national TV games at 8 versus the games at 7, is there any part of the day that feels different getting there?
Not really. I mean, you have a longer period in between. We try to keep our shoot around time the same, but it gives you more time in your morning practice to get stuff done, get more shots, get more treatment, that kind of thing. But it's still a typical day for us. For coaches, it's a long day no matter what. I mean, we're starting. I text Kevin this morning at 6:15, something like that. You know, going back and forth over, you know, our rotations. And all coaches do it. I'm not like some coach. Oh gosh, he works. We all do it. You know, it's just part of what we do. And then tonight, that's the difference with an 8 o'clock game. You know, we'll walk out of here later, you know, but it's a typical NBA game. You know, we're blessed to do it and we understand that.
Last year, you guys lost a couple of times to shorthanded Mets, you know, missing 1 or 2 of the.
Thank you for reminding everybody.
Well, have you guys talked about it?
Yeah, I mean, it just speaks to why you can't look ahead to anything, right? I mean, every team in this league is dangerous. And this team for sure, with the way they score, the way they space the floor, they have 2 guys that can get their shot in any environment. And they have guys that know how to play off of their great players. And they've had some, you know, close games on the road, but you could see why they're so dangerous. And so we don't look ahead. We don't look past. We know we have a challenge in front of us tonight.
Are you at all surprised that Kevin looks maybe even a little bit better after the Achilles injury than he did before?
Kevin?
Yeah.
No, God, no. I spent a lot of time with him in OKC, USA basketball. He's one of the most diligent workers I've ever been around. He's one of the guys that when I coached him, he pushed me to push him because of how hard he worked. He was one of the first players to ever like get on me as a coach. You know, I'd be in a coaches meeting and he'd have the guys run into the coaches meeting to get me out of the meeting so we can get to work. And I'm like, dude, like I'm prepping for a game. And he's like, come on, you know, he's just a nut. And the time I spent with him in USA basketball, we were together every day. And that was a great lesson learned, teaching moment for me, because I got to understand, you know, a great player, an elite player, and what makes them tick and how hard you have to work to be that good. And it's allowed for me to relate to elite players better. He was probably the guy for me that taught me a lot about how they work, what they concern themselves with, and the details that go into being that good.
Out of all the different ways he can impact the game, what would you say the biggest way he can impact
Checking in. When he subs in the game, there it is. Yeah, I think so. I got to confirm it, but I think he will be. Thank you all. Thank you.